class, we continue with the case number 2, which is k equal to 0. Okay, so what we call the step is still the same, which is we will start first with the x double prime equation, x double prime. So this equation equal to 0. Okay, then then you solve it. So m square equal to 0, and then m is equal to plus minus 0. Okay, plus minus 0. So therefore they have two values m. Okay, m1 0, m2 also 0. Therefore the equation for this one, x equation given by just now, is c1 c2. So now is c3 c4. Okay, c3x plus c4. Right. Then before we proceed to y, okay, don't proceed with y or with t equation yet. You need to solve this one first. You need to use the BC first. What is the BC just now? U 0t equal to 0. So that's mean you need to substitute at 0, okay, into this, into x. So c3 0 plus c4, and this equation must be equal to 0. Okay, it depend, not must. It depend on the question or the BC given. So our BC given u0t equal to 0. So therefore you also need to equate to 0 lah for this equation. So c3 finish because they multiply 0. So therefore you already get the value of c4 here. Okay, c4 is equal to 0. Then they have another one, is it? BC, the second BC means that you need to differentiate, right, with respect to x. Okay, and then substitute the value 1t into it. So differentiate first. Differentiate the equation of x here. So that's mean you will have c3, only c3. Okay, only c3 lah, because c4 they have no x here. So we have c3, and then you substitute the value x equal to 1 into this equation, but they have no x. They have no x. So therefore it still remain as c3. Okay, because they have no x. Tak ada x, so bila tak ada x, so they have no substitution occur here. Okay, tak ada pergantian berlaku kat sini. And this equation also equal to 0. So therefore you already get the value of c3 is equal to 0. Then you will substitute back your c4 and c3 into this equation. So you will get your x equation is 0. Okay, 0. After you substitute both to this equation, yes, you get 0. Therefore, what you can conclude, you don't need to do the t equation. Of course, tak perlu buat t equation. Okay. Then what you can conclude that uxt is also equal to 0, because this one is x times t, is it? So because your x is already 0, therefore is 0. Then we omit this case. Okay, so it's similar like the case number 1 just now. Okay, so next one, the last one is case number 3. Okay, case number 3. Okay, actually class, I give you I just give you the answer. Actually for case number 3 also you will get 0. I mean they have no, I mean it's similar like the case 1, case 2, which is when we get 0 we need to omit the case, is it? So actually for case number 3 also we get zeros, but we cannot omit this case. Tak boleh lah nak abaikan case ni, sebab kalau you omit or you neglect ataupun abaikan case ni, so where is your answer? So they have no answer lah. But they must have an answer. Mesti kena jawapan. So therefore you need to make it some adjustment. Okay, so means that for case 3 there will be the answer. Mesti ada jawapan kat sini, walaupun at first yes you get 0. Okay, so careful class, ataupun dalam kata lain saya boleh cakap macam ni lah. Every time each time you get this type of question, yes, you still need to show case 1, case 2, but every time case 1, case 2 it will be 0, which is omit the cases, but you still need to show what I've done just now. Apa yang saya dah tunjuk tadi, macam tu lah you kena buat. Okay, even though we know that they have no answer for case 1, case 2. There will be zeros, but we still need to show it. And the answer lies in case number 3 class. Okay, case number 3. So we do the same thing, the similar step. So x double prime plus x lambda square, and then they have m square plus lambda square equal to 0, m equal to square root of lambda square, and is equal to plus minus lambda I. Okay, therefore, the equation for x here is, just now you go C4, right? So C5 cos lambda x plus C6 sin lambda x. Okay, next, before you go to T equation, you need to solve this one first, BC first. Okay, your BC here just now is u 0 T, okay, equal to 0. So just substitute. Okay, you just do it the same thing, class. So C5 cos lambda 0 here plus C6 sin lambda 0, and we know that sin 0 is always 0, but cos 0 is not 0. Okay, class, cos 0 is equal to 1. Cos 0, okay, lambda times 0 is cos 0 lah, so cos 0 is equal to 1. So they have C5 here. They still have a C5 here, and this equation also equal to 0. Therefore, your C5 now is equal to 0. Okay, next, the second BC is given is du 1t dx, dx, and this also equal to 0. So you need to differentiate this equation. So x prime x is equal to negative negative C5 sin negative lambda C5 sin lambda x, okay, plus lambda C6 cos lambda x. Okay, you need to differentiate this one, So then substitute 1 into x, so negative lambda C5 sin lambda plus lambda C6 cos lambda. Okay, and we know that C5 is already 0, so you can just substitute C5 0. So there will be, everything here is 0, so you left with lambda C6 cos lambda, and this equation also equal to 0, class. Okay, equal to 0. Okay, so class, actually, that why, if you can see what I mean just now, actually for this equation, if you want to solve it, so we want to get C6, is it? We want to get C6, so we just bring all of this to this side. Therefore, we will get C6 equal to 0. But like I said just now, we cannot, kita tak boleh, kali ni tak boleh dah, tak boleh nak make it C6 0. If you make it C6 0, so therefore they have no answer at all. Supposedly you need to have an answer. Kita kena buat, ataupun we need to create an answer lah, of course. So this is wrong, okay? So you just leave the answer like this. Okay, wait, this is the answer, but it's not the final answer yet. Okay, what I want to show now, okay, the next one, it will be tough. Okay, it will be tough for you to understand it or to get it what I explained. So make sure you lapangkan dada, tenangkan fikiran. Okay, so if you not understand, you may repeat this video again. Okay, please, class. Right. Okay, so this is the answer that you get just now, right? Lambda C6 cos lambda 0, and our objective is we want to find the value of C6 and also lah C5, C4 and C, but all of that we already get the answer, or we get the value. But for C6, we try and then we get 0, but we cannot get 0. We cannot accept lah, tak boleh ambil kosong, tak boleh. So means that C6 cannot be equal to 0, Therefore, okay, we know that this is the equation, class. And then C6, kat sini C6 tak boleh sama kosong. Faham tak? Maksudnya contoh, sebagai contoh, kalau you ada equation C6 times M equal to 0. For example, times M. So we know that C6 C6 bukan kosong. Kita tahu C6 tak boleh kosong. Okay, C6 cannot be equal to 0. But then, what's the number that we, okay, C6, okay, we just imagine lah C6 is 1. For example, 1 times M equal to 0. Okay, therefore, 1 times berapa? M ni berapa? Suppose ni M ni berapa? M berapa to get 0? Means that 1 times 0. Okay, so M here is 0. So same thing that I want to explain to you now. Okay, let's say I rearrange this one. Okay, I put it C6 in front of it. So they have lambda cos lambda equal to 0. So they have C6 times this one. Okay, just assume or just let this one lambda cos lambda as a M. Macam M tadi. So if C6 cannot be 0, so what's the value of it? And then this equal to 0. So C6 darab berapa supaya dapat kosong? So means that lambda cos lambda here is equal to 0. This the overall, this one yang equal to 0. Ataupun either one lah, I mean maybe lambda yang equal to 0 or maybe cos lambda yang equal to 0. So we just consider one. So we just consider as cos lambda. Okay, class, because the lambda here will represent the same lambda as this one. So we just consider cos lambda. So we take it cos lambda overall, cos lambda as equal to 0. Okay, I hope that you clear class. What I want to highlight here macam what I want to explain to you actually, C6 cannot be 0, but therefore nombor berapa ataupun apa darab yang membolehkan kita dapat kosong. So maksudnya kita kena darab kosong lah supaya baru dapat kosong. Okay. So I give you a simple terminology here. So let's say C6 is 1. For example, 1 times M. M is unknown. Okay, like our cases now is lambda cos lambda. And then this equation equal to 0. So 1 darab berapa supaya dapat kosong? 1 darab 1 dapat 1. 1 darab 2 dapat 2. 1 darab 3 dapat 3. So how to make it 1 times unknown number to get 0? So what's the unknown number there? There must be 0. So same goes here. So we take it cos lambda, okay, because this lambda and this lambda actually the same thing. So we just take it cos lambda. So therefore this lambda also will be affect the first lambda. So take it cos lambda, okay, class, take it cos lambda. So we take it as cos lambda that equal to 0. So now we want to find the value of lambda. Okay, the value of lambda. So now you need to use your calculator. Where's my calculator? Okay, you need to use your calculator, class. So you shift cos, shift cos maksudnya cos inverse. Okay, how to get cos inverse? Shift cos. Okay, when you shift cos, you get cos inverse -1 lah. So you press 0. So they have 90. 90 is equal to pi over 2. Okay, and then one more thing that I want to mention here. Class, please use as in term of pi. Okay, macam mana nak dapat pi tu saya tak nak explain dah. Okay, suppose they have a conversion. You dah tahu sepatutnya kalau from 100 degree so equivalent to what pi. Kalau 360 is equivalent to what which I mean how many pi lah, 2 pi ke pi over 2 ke Right, so 90 actually is a pi over 2. Okay, so and then class is not just only one. Not just only one. They have many others value. Because of what? Because of, okay, this one is comes to the basic. Okay, because of what? Because of we know that graph for cos, okay, this one is 1, this one is -1. They will be alternate. Maksudnya, okay, kat sini, okay, all these point, these 4 point, okay, because I'm just what we call just draw off until here. So there will be 4 point that will be same angle or same value of x, for example. Okay, so means that if we alternate again until infinity, so there will be many point that have a same angle. Okay. So that's what I want to say here. This one is not only 1. It's not only pi over 2. So you need to macam mana saya cakap So you need to refer back lah macam graph ni tadi. So either selain, okay, macam ni, kalau nak senang macam ni kelas. Okay, you tekan, means that kat sini you try and error lah. Okay, cos lambda equal to 0. So you tekan, you cos bukan shift cos. Sekarang cos, saya nak explain macam mana alternative way to know that how many or which are the point that you should be right here. So cos lambda. So yang for lambda tu you try a few angle. So like 45. Oops, this one suppose, yeah, no, tak adalah 45. 90. Okay, this is 90. Okay, class, actually pi is equal to 180. Okay, so when pi is over 2 is 90. So we try pi over 2, pi, and then what else? 1 pi, 2 pi. You can try 2 pi, and then 3 pi over 2 and so on. But in this system, kalau you nak tahu berapa, macam this 1 pi over 2 actually is equal to 90. Pi is 180, 2 pi is 360, and 3 pi over 2. So you just multiply 3 over 2, multiply 180. So this is 270. Okay, what I want to mention, what I want to stress here, actually, you use the angle like 90, 180, 45 also can, 45. That usually we use that angle to draw a graph of cos and sine. So cos lambda equal to 0. So therefore lambda, okay, I try cos 45 for example, 45. Okay, cos 45 is not equal to 0. It's not equal to 0. Therefore, cos 45, 45 maksudnya 45, 180, cos 1 over 4 ataupun pi over 4. Okay, pi over 4 is not equal or not the suitable value for this lambda. So we try cos 90. Cos 90, yes, we get 0 class. We get 0. So cos 90, again, I mentioned just now, 90 is equal to pi over 2. So we need to make it, or we need to write in term of pi, even though in the calculator you substitute in term of degree, but here you need to write it in term of pi. Okay, then after 90 we try cos 180 ataupun 90 plus, yes, cos 300, cos 180 lah. So negative 1. So cos 180 or cos ataupun lambda equal to cos 180 is pi, right? So pi is not equal to here. Is not equal or is not suitable for this lambda, because when you press cos pi, okay, lambda 180 is pi, when you press cos pi is equal to negative 1. So tak mau. Okay, kita tak nak yang tu. We want to, when you substitute the value cos lambda is equal to 0. Okay, we try again another one. Lepas 180 tambah 90, 270. Okay, you get 0. Okay, you get 0. So means that cos 270 or cos 3 pi over 2 is suitable for this lambda. And then we try last one. Okay, tadi 270 plus 90, 360 Okay, cos 360 1. Okay, tak nak 1, tak boleh. Lepas tu ditambah satu lagi, 360 plus 90, cos 450. Yes, you get 0. So cos 150 is 5 pi over 2 class. Okay, kalau you tak, if you want to reconfirm it, okay, just 5 over 2 times 180. So 225 cos 225 1 times 180 5 pi, okay, cos 450, yes, correct. So 5 pi over 2 class 5 pi over 2. Okay, you just calculate up till 3 lambda. Okay, then you dot. Okay, put it dot. Dot is means to show that they have others point. Dia ada lagi point-point lain, tapi kita just nak cari. Actually we don't want to make, it's not compulsory for you to state the what you call the lambda each of it. But actually the purpose of we make it here is we want to see the pattern, guys. We want to see the pattern. So you can see that this is pi, which is 1 pi lah. In front here is 1 pi, 3 pi, 5 pi. And this one all over 2 lah. Okay, over 2. Semua di bawah ni per 2. So okay lah, per 2 fix. But you can see that here and pi also fits. Every term contains pi. But then you can see this is 1, this is 3, this is 5. So what's number actually this one? This is odd number. Okay, odd number. How to write? Okay, we want to write in term of a formula. So, okay, we want to make it something that we can use it for any number. So for odd number, we will use 2n minus 1. Okay, this is to represent odd number. Okay, kelas, kenapa saya kata ni? Okay, contoh okay, we do it for even number. Okay, even number, when we multiply with 2 for any number, okay, for any number, when you multiply with 2, it will become even. Betul? Any number, tak kira. Contoh lah, you ambil odd number, number 3. For example, you take it 3. 3 is odd, is it? So when you multiply with 2, multiply with 2, so you will get 6. And 6 is even number. Okay. Betul? Alright, so maybe you want to try another one. Okay, let's say we choose 9. Okay, 9 is even number. 9 is odd number. Then when we multiply with 2, we will get 18. 18 is a even number. So any number tak kira lah dia odd ke even. But even memang akan even lah kan. So odd. Let's say lah, apa-apa number pun when we multiply with 2, it will be even. So now how to make it from even become odd? So 2n just now is even. 2n is even. So how to make it odd? So let's say saya bagi contoh tadi 3 3 times 2 you get 6, and then 6 is even. How to make it is odd again? 6 minus 1. So minus 1 you get 5, right? So 5 is odd. So 2n minus 1 is the formula ataupun the formula lah. Okay, formula to get an odd number. Okay, alright. So therefore that's why I write 2n minus 1, because even though we just calculate for 3 ataupun maksudnya kita cuma buat untuk 3 term pertama saja, but yes, the pattern here we can, if you want to try, okay, you may try in calculator, and the next number should be 7 pi over 2. If you want to try, okay, you can try, and yes, definitely this one will be 7 pi over 2. So you can see that the pattern here is 1, 3, 5, 7, which is odd number. So we just write in term of that, kalau kita nak dapatkan satu bentuk, so we write 2n minus 1, comma, so n can be from 1 until infinity. Okay, 1 can be, n here, when you substitute any number, it will always be odd number. Tak kira lah you ambil, macam tadi saya cakap, kalau kita nak carikan even, kita darabkan 2. So yang ni kita tolak 1. So kat sini, you ambil lah nombor mana-mana pun, odd ke even, when you substitute into here, okay, for example, I take 2. 2 is even, right? 2 is even. Then 2 times 2 here, you get 4. 4 minus 1, you get 3. 3 is an odd number. So this is the things lah that you need to be creative, especially for this part. You need to see whether the pattern is odd or even. Kalau even, let's say kalau you dapat kat sini even, for example 2, 4, 6, 8. So therefore the formula here just will be 2n. Just be 2n. Okay, 2n is even, right? Okay. It's already 24 minutes class. Okay. Yes, yang ni memang agak panjang, explanation untuk case number 3 memang panjang. Okay, next. Okay. C6 cannot be 0, and then your lambda here is equal to this one. Okay, this is your lambda. So we write it again, lambda n. Okay, means that n can be any number. Okay, it's a sequence. Okay, so therefore the n is from 1, 2, 3 until infinity. Okay, so you need to write it. Okay, so now I will continue in next one. Next. Okay, we solve x, is it just now? So x, okay, because we already have a C5 and we have C6. Okay, we know that C6 cannot be equal to 0. That's all yang tu kita tahu. Then you need to substitute back into the equation of x. Okay, this one. So C5 is equal to 0. Okay, dah tak ada. But C6 now. Okay, class C6 now. Okay, you can write lah C6. And then sin pi x. Okay, sin lambda x. Lambda here, you need to replace with this lambda. So the lambda now will be 2n minus 1 pi over 2. And then they have x. Okay, and then the next step is you need to make it some adjustment lah. Edit untuk x equation ni, we put it n here to represent that they have many other term that can be generated from this equation. Okay, alright. So this is your x equation, x solution. Okay, this is your x solution. So now we can stop here, but then we need to proceed to the t equation. So this is time around for you to find the t, because just now for case 1 and case 2 we neglect the case, right? So therefore they have no need just waste the time lah if you find t. But now yes, you need to find your t. Okay, you need to find your t. So this is your equation for t just now, is it? Okay, and this one equal to negative lambda square. So you just rearrange. So m plus 4 lambda square equal to 0. So m equal to negative 4 lambda square. Okay, then t. Your t equation could be tadi C berapa? C6. So C7. So C7 ke sekarang? No. Because of this one is t equation, so I'm suggesting to use another alphabet. Let's say we use A, tak boleh. A tadi dekat situ lain. Okay, we use D. Okay, we use D. So the equation will be D1 E negative 4 lambda square T. Okay, lambda square T. So this is T equation. And then the final answer, what is the final answer? Okay, before the final answer, class, they have lambda here, is it? You can see that this they have lambda. So we don't want to see lambda anymore. So what we need to do, you need to replace this lambda with this. So there will be 2n. Make sure careful lah kat sini. 2n minus 1 pi over 2 and then power 2. Okay, make sure careful. I mean careful here means that you write it properly. So takut you silap, takut you nanti tersalah tersalah bracket and then power lagi, so nanti salah semua. Okay, so I will simplify this one. Okay, Okay, class, negative 4. Okay, then 2n minus 1 pi, is it? Okay, so each of it is power 2 and then power 4. Okay, I already power 2 each of it. Saya dah kuasa 2 untuk setiap satu. So ini 2n minus 1. So I make it 2n minus 1 square, pi square, and 2 power 2 is 4, is it? So I write it 4 because I want to cancel. Because I want to cancel this 4. Okay, so therefore it will be negative 2n minus 1 square pi square t. Okay. Alright, so now not the final lah, I mean the answer for it. Okay, so now you can multiply x equation with the t equation. So the x equation is this one, Cn sin 2n minus 1 pi x over 2. Okay, over 2 is just until here, jangan termasuk x tak termasuk. Okay, then multiply with D1 E negative 2n minus 2n minus 1 square pi square t. Okay, alright. So next ada lagi. if you imagine that you simplify this one, tak perlu pun nak solve, tapi tengok sini they have C and oh sorry, here should be DN because you already substitute, right? They have N inside this formula already, so DN lah. Okay, so you see that you have Cn and Dn. So when you multiply Cn times Dn, it will be leads to another new scalar, right? Like we have done in the previous example, step number 2. So I will equate to Bn. Okay, Bn. Kenapa? Nanti saya tunjukkan kenapa saya letak Bn. Okay, Bn. So Cn times Dn is equal to Bn, and then the rest you, I think tak ada apalah. So you just tulis balik lah. 2n minus 1 square pi square t, and then sin 2n minus 1 pi over 2 x, and then your n is 1, 2, 3 dot dot dot. Okay, alright. Okay. Oh, it's already 30 minutes. Okay, next class, next thing that you need to do is, okay, we are still from this. Okay, kita masih kat sini. Okay, from USD. So USD, after you multiply you get this. Okay, but now we want to make it in, we want to rewrite. Okay, we want to rewrite. So n1 anti-infinity. Okay, this is equation is equivalent to this. Okay, it means, okay, this one n equal to 1, 2, 3 means that 1, 2, 3, 4 until infinity. So instead of we write like this, now we want to make it, or we just rewrite back into this summation form. So kita just tukar cara penulisan, and then the rest will be inside here. Okay, the rest will be just copy lah, copy balik. Okay, now do you see this pattern, or do you see this form looks like familiar for you? You have summation, you have a Bn, and you have a sign here. Okay, so actually this is what we call as Fourier series solution. This is not the end yet. Belum habis lagi kelas, right? Belum habis, tapi this is the starting for you to apply the Fourier series. Okay? Saya rasa macam saya nak stop, tapi okay, tak apalah, saya continue. Okay, so class, okay, next is continue. This is continuity from this one. Okay, now we will use the given IC. Okay, IC initial condition. Initial condition dia bagi apa tadi? U at 0 equal to 2x. Okay, so from this one, from the last one here, okay, u at 0. Okay class, this is u at t. So now you have the IC here, u at 0 and equal to 2x. Therefore you need to substitute your t equal to 0. So you need to substitute your t equal to 0. So Bn e negative 2n minus 1 square pi square t. So t now you equal to 0, and then sine 2n minus 1 pi over 2x, and this equation equal to 2x. Okay, so when multiply with 0, so that means all is 0, so e power 0 is 1. So we write it again here. So we left only Bn sine 2n minus 1 pi over 2x. So this is the things that exactly like the Fourier series before lah, kan? So we need to find your Bn class. You need to find your Bn. So your Bn is equal to what? 2 over L, is it? 2 over L, and then 0L, and then fx sine n pi x dl, right? Dx, sorry. Okay, dx. So 2 over L. What is your L here? Okay, so for this type of question, okay, L is interval, is it? L is interval. Interval tu maksudnya daripada ataupun boleh kita kata panjang lah, length of something, interval. Daripada sini ke sini. So this is the interval. Okay, this is the interval. So length. So if you read again the question given to you, the question gives to you the boundary condition. Okay, class, boundary condition. Boundary in Malay is border or sempadan. Sempadan lah. In Malay sempadan, or in other words, in English maybe you can say border. Sempadan. So sempadan tu maksudnya there is a length from starting to the end point. Okay, from starting point to end point. From starting to end point. So the value here is this one, border or boundary. So if you can refer back, the boundary condition given to you is at 0, because u0t means that at 0, and also du1t, which is x equal to 1. So the length of it is from 0 until 1. So that's mean what is your L here? Your L here is 1. Okay, so I hope that you listen carefully. Where is the L come from? The L come from the boundary condition. So what is your Fx? Okay, your Fx is this one, 2x. Okay, your Fx is 2x. And then sine. Okay, so there is no sine and pi x lah. You must follow this one. Sine 2n minus 1 pi over 2x ds. Okay, I repeat again. Here, L, you can get it from the BC, from the boundary condition. Okay, and then Fx is from the initial condition lah, from the initial condition. And this sine and pi, suppose sine and pi x, in the previous chapter, Fourier series, we use n pi x over L. But then for this chapter, we use exactly what we get here. Apa yang ada kat sini, kita akan guna yang ni. Kalau lah, for example, they have sine 2n, for example. So you use sine 2n. Okay, so okay class, so I think I don't want to show this one. My voice already become tak ada suara dah pula. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to do it the tabular method. 2x and then sine 2n minus 1 pi over 2x. Okay, make sure this divide. Okay, this symbol division here is only up till here. Okay, sebab takut nanti kalau you extend dia akan jadi lain, maksud lain. So you solve it by yourself here. So I just write the final answer that you should get here is 16 negative 1 n plus 1 over 2n minus 1 square pi square. So this is your Bn class, and after that you need to substitute into this gain. Therefore the final answer of it, you need to substitute here. Sorry class, you need to substitute here. This is uxt, this is u at 0. Kita tak nak, this one after we substitute 0, but this is the original one. So you need to substitute here. So Bn here is 16 negative 1 power of n plus 1 2n minus 1 square pi square, and then E negative 2n minus 1 square pi square t sine 2n minus 1 pi over 2x. Full stop. Done. Okay. Alright class, so I think I start it now. So yes, good luck. Don't stress. If you feel that it's harder, yes, I understand it. Memang dia agak susah. But you still you need to you need to learn. Okay. Alright, so that's all from me for this week. So they have another actually they have another one more topics in this one. I mean we are in analytical, we in analytical method. They have another one method, one approach, but for analytical method itself, they have another one more subtopic, which is application, and that application I will continue in next week. Alright.